So here we are, early Saturday morning. Car's rather frozen. Plan is today to do an oil change, filter change, plug change and air filter change. Yeah. So let's warm her up, get the bonnet open and see what we can do. Right, okay, here we go. I tried to pull my car in as far as I can to the garage entrance. First thing I would do is the air filter, then I'll do the plugs. I'll warm the car a little bit more and then I should hopefully do the oil, unless I get really cold. Yeah, I've still got to route this cable securely. And I was going to attach it to the side of there, but I think what I'm going to do is bring more slack from the power amp feed cable through the chassis of the car, and then I can route it properly. Or I'm half considering taking the stereo out. I know it sounds ridiculous, but in the long run I will. But anyway, let's get this air box off. Simple clip methods. And hopefully I don't have to disconnect the sensor. I should balance my phone. Yeah, the inside's not too bad. I may put a quick vacuum on there. Yeah, there's the air filter. I mean, if you look more in the light, yeah, you can see the elements are a little bit dirty. Let's get the new one out of the box. Another thing is the car has started to smell a little bit oily. A lot of people will know what I mean. Yeah, it's just a sign that the oil needs changing. See, that actually looks fairly similar. Right, let's give the inside of the airbox a little bit of a clean and then I'll whip it in for you. Alright, I vacuumed the inside of the airbox. Hopefully this will fit just straight in like so, lovely and clean. Get the clips in the right place because they quite often try to go inside the box. I may need both hands. Yeah, 1 second. A few problems, and it's only an air filter. It had this outer lip fitted around, and the side bits there were just ever so slightly proud. So I've just trimmed them down, and hopefully it should. Yeah. Put the clips on. Put the clip on. Yep. Because before it wasn't getting a tight enough seal. confident with that. Typical eBay purchase. Doesn't fit properly. Right, but as I say, this will all be taken out anyway for the cold air intake feed, but this will also go because I hope to start building up a new engine for it, which will be fun. Right, let's move on to the next item. Right, next list on the job is to get the plugs out. Hopefully the ones I bought on eBay fit. So yeah, let's get these plug caps off. HT leads out. I'll probably have to leave them from the sides because they're quite well. Yeah, I'm going to need two hands again. Right, let's crack on, put my phone down and join you in a minute. Right, the leads are off. I've left them in their firing order, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's not their firing order, that's their alignment order. Now to take these plugs out. Deep hole. But let's get them off. I got my plug spanner. Unfortunately, I have found that my plug spanner gets stuck when I've put a plug back in. As you may have seen on my previous video, I took one out to get the number. So I'm going to go old school when I put the plugs back in and use an old like T-bar. Right, let's get these plugs out, get the new ones in, see where it goes. Right, all 4 plugs are out. They all look like they're running pretty much the same. Not too bad, but again, I've no idea how long they've been in there, so who knows. But let's put the new set in and start it up and see if it goes. Right, the 4 new plugs are in, leads are attached. As I say, I plan on upgrading all of these soon. I know it's kind of money spent and should be going into the new engine, but I wanted to give it a service, and as I say, these are still the original Toyota ones, or replacement Toyota ones. Right, let's do a live start up and see what happens. Make sure the car's out of gear. Yep, I think that works. It's good. Alright, so I'm under my car. I thought the sump plug was at the back, just at the front, so I know it's a 14mm, not because of a brilliant memory, but because I checked before I got under the car. Well, originally I got under the car, you know what I mean. Oil filter is situated there, and if you can remember in a previous video, it was only hand tight. These are the pipes that feed to the oil cooling radiator, which is quite cool on a car like this. Yeah, I've pinched this from the kitchen. Well, it's an old one, but let's see. Let's do my ratchet the other way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use both hands. Right, I had to break out the big ratchet. Oh look, my glove's gone. But yeah, that was on there. This is the bit that you can never do right. Look at that. But yeah, that oil is black. What I will do, what I may do, As obviously I'm going to measure the volume of oil that goes into the car, because it's meant to be 3.5 litres. Yeah. Don't fancy my chances with that oil filter without getting it down my arm. But let's let this drain. Yeah. I normally put cardboard down. Look at that, neighbour's cat. I normally put cardboard down, but I was so confident of not spilling a drop. But I think I will put cardboard down for the oil filter. And that oil stinks, and that's what I mean about you can start to smell the oil in the actual cockpit, well, in the interior of the car. Right, let's let this drain off. And then set about putting some cardboard down and taking the oil filter out. That's what I decided to do. I just loosened the oil filter a little bit. So the oil is currently running into the barrel, bowl, kitchen sink bowl. All I've got to clean is that little bit there. Yeah, that's probably a much easier way of doing it. Let's see how much is left. Yeah, it's still dripping a little bit from the bottom. Let's check out my chassis treatment. Yep, that's all still good. I treated all this part here in a previous video, so if you've not seen it, go back through the history of the car and you will find it. Let's give this another little tweak. Try and keep it upright. There we go. Magical stuff. Right, let's put that way up. No, hardly a drop on my knackered gloves. Right, let's clean that area up before I seat the new oil filter on. Yeah, so let's do that. So I'll back in a minute. There we go, all cleaned up. Didn't take long. I'm going to test fit the new oil filter first, then obviously oil the seal, tighten it up. Still getting the odd drip, but not one drop on the driveway. How good is that? Right, so this is the new filter. Yeah, I've oiled the seal, or the rubber seal. Now the thing is, if this was a vertical fitment filter like that, sometimes it pays to pre-fill the filter with oil, but let's just swap hands. As mine is a horizontal fitment, i.e. it fits horizontally, well, that's the plan. There we go. You obviously can't fill it with oil. Right, and what I'm going to do is go and put a new rubber glove on so I can get some grip on it. Although that feels pretty tight. I'll clean it off with a clear cloth because obviously I'm a bit lubed up, as they say. Give that a pinch. Still draining a tiny bit. Yeah, and then I'll put the sump plug back in, tighten it up good and proper, and then put my lovely fresh golden oil in. Right, let's change my glove because I'm losing bits of the glove. Right, it's getting bitterly cold, but I'm persevering. Right, sump plug is back in, gave it a quick wipe, oil filters on, well and truly tight, so let's put some oil in it. Didn't smell a drop. How good is that, eh? Right, but the old oil, as I say, it's black and it smells really bad. Right, so I'm just going to measure out 3.5 litres to go in the car. Yeah, well, Yokohama tyre. Yeah, and see where it comes to on the stick, because that is obviously the factory recommendation. Right, obviously, yeah, I'm going to be running the car on Castrol Magnatech with stop-start technology, even though my car doesn't have or suitability for stop-start. It says feel me, but yeah, it's a 5W30A5. Let's hope it works alright. I've got a funnel, just a cheap one. I actually bought two from a well-known high street shop. I think they were like 99p each. One I use for the screen wash and one I will use for oil fill-ups, although hopefully it won't burn the oil. Right, let's get this filled up, or 3.5 litres I should say, and then turn it over and check for any leaks on the oil filter or on the sump plug. Right, I've put 3 litres in because I'm assuming there may still be a tiny bit left in there. Obviously then I will get it down onto the flat, run it for 10 minutes or so, and see where it goes. Right, being exceptionally careful not to drop a single drip. Let's put the oil cap back on, make sure that's tight. Right, which hand's cleanest? Left hand, I think. Let's try starting it up. Just take it out of gear a sec. Let's have a look underneath. Sump plug seems okay. And oil filter looks okay. Doesn't smell already, that's good. Let's probably a placebo effect, but it does sound better. Nice and clean. Right, let's get that seated in there properly. I'll let it idle for a while. Obviously I'm going to make a note of the mileage, and then I know when the oil is done. as I say, I'm not overly worried about a service history for the car because I'm going to keep it for the rest of my life. I'll try to. Right, let's let this run for a while and see how it goes.